Welcome back today, friend. If you ever come across a coin in your pocket change that carries the dates 1776 to 1976, stop for a moment and take a good look. That quarter isn't just a piece of currency, it's a tiny, shining piece of American history. The 1976 Bicentennial Quarter was issued to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the United States of America's founding. And today, even decades later, it continues to fascinate collectors, history buffs, and everyday people who love the thrill of finding something special in ordinary places. But what makes this coin so iconic? Why does it stand out from every other quarter minted before or after it? And could that humble piece of change in your pocket possibly be worth much more than 25 cents? To fully appreciate the Bicentennial Quarter, it's important to understand the period in which it was created. The year 1976 wasn't just any year, it was a monumental moment for the nation. America was celebrating 2 centuries of independence, a milestone that brought with it grand parades, fireworks, special events, and patriotic pride stretching from coast to coast. The country wanted to mark this anniversary in a way that everyone could hold in their hands, something timeless, tangible, and circulating in daily life. And so, for the first time in history, the U.S. Mint redesigned not one, but 3 of its most widely used coins: the quarter, the half-dollar, and the dollar. For the quarter, the familiar face of George Washington remained on the obverse, designed originally by John Flanagan in 1932. But on the reverse, a brand new image appeared, one that would capture the spirit of 1776 while celebrating the strength of a modern America. That image was the now famous colonial drummer boy, standing tall with his drum, ready to rally the troops with the beat of freedom. Behind him, a victory torch stands surrounded by 13 stars, representing the original 13 colonies that declared independence from British rule. The artist responsible for this stirring design was Jack L. H.R., a talented sculptor who submitted his artwork as part of a national design competition held by the U.S. Treasury. His depiction of the drummer boy was selected for its simple yet powerful symbolism. A young soldier prepared to fight for liberty, standing as a reminder of the sacrifices made during the Revolutionary War. The dual date 1776 to 1976 was added below Washington's portrait to emphasize the occasion, making it one of the few U.S. coins ever to carry 2 years instead of 1. From a production standpoint, the Bicentennial Quarter was minted in enormous numbers to ensure it would be widely available across the country. In total, over 1.6 billion quarters were struck between the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced the regular circulating coins, Philadelphia coins without a mint mark and Denver coins bearing the small D mark. Meanwhile, the San Francisco Mint produced special collector's editions, including both clad in 40% silver proof and uncirculated sets. What makes this coin especially intriguing for collectors is the wide variety of versions and conditions it exists in. The vast majority of bicentennial quarters were struck for everyday use and show signs of wear from decades of handling. However, pristine, uncirculated examples, proof versions with mirror-like finishes, and especially the silver coins have become highly desirable among numismatists. Even more exciting are the rare errors and varieties that sometimes turn up, which can turn an ordinary coin into a small fortune. One of the most sought-after errors is the double die quarter, where the images or lettering on the coin are struck twice slightly off from each other, resulting in a noticeable doubling effect. While no major double die varieties for the 1976 quarter have been officially recorded by the U.S. Mint, minor doubling has been reported, and sharp-eyed collectors keep a constant lookout for such anomalies. Other rare error types include off-center strikes, where the coin's design is misaligned, and coins struck on planchets intended for other denominations. Another fascinating aspect of the Bicentennial Quarter is the existence of the 40% silver versions produced by the San Francisco Mint. These coins were sold in special sets and never released into general circulation, making them far scarcer than their clad counterparts. The silver content adds intrinsic value, while their limited production numbers boost their appeal among both investors and collectors. Even today, a pristine 40% silver bicentennial quarter can command impressive prices at auction, especially if professionally graded and certified by services like PCGS or NGC. When evaluating the value of a bicentennial quarter, several factors come into play. First, the coin's condition is crucial. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, with 70 representing a flawless, mint-perfect coin. Uncirculated coins typically grade from MS60 to MS70, while proof coins are graded as PR60 to PR70. Naturally, the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. For example, while a common circulated bicentennial quarter might fetch only face value or a modest premium, a high-grade silver proof could sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Another key factor is the coin's rarity and demand within the numismatic market. While over 1 billion bicentennial quarters exist, truly exceptional examples, such as those with full, sharp details and no blemishes, are much harder to find. Certain collectors specialize in acquiring high-grade coins or completing full sets of bicentennial issues, which helps keep demand strong for quality pieces. But beyond monetary value, the bicentennial quarter holds a sentimental place in the hearts of many Americans. It evokes memories of the nation's 200th birthday celebration, of families gathering to watch fireworks, parades rolling through small-town streets, and patriotic songs filling the air. Many people who were children or teenagers during 1976 recall the excitement of spotting these special quarters in their change, saving them as keepsakes of a historic time. Even today, it's not uncommon to find bicentennial quarters still circulating in everyday commerce. And while most of them are well-worn from years of use, every now and then someone discovers a surprisingly sharp, lustrous coin hiding in plain sight. That's part of the magic of numismatics, the thrill of the hunt and the joy of finding treasure where you least expect it. For those new to collecting, the bicentennial quarter offers an accessible entry point into the world of coins. Its affordability, wide availability, and historical significance make it a perfect first collectible. Some hobbyists enjoy assembling complete sets of these coins, including all 3 denominations, the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar, in both clad and silver versions, as well as proof and uncirculated finishes. Collectors often advise examining the details carefully when evaluating a bicentennial quarter. Look for coins with strong strikes, clean fields, and minimal contact marks. The drummer boy's drum, the torch flame, and the star should be crisp and well-defined. Pay attention to the coin's luster, the way light reflects off its surface, a telltale sign of a well-preserved piece. Another aspect worth noting is the history of the coin's designer, Jack AHR. While his colonial drummer boy design remains his most famous work, AHR was an accomplished artist whose career included sculpture, graphic design, and commercial art. His contribution to the bicentennial coin program earned him a lasting legacy, with millions of his designs still circulating today. It's also fascinating to consider the broader context of 1976 itself. America was in the midst of great social and cultural change. The country was emerging from the Vietnam War era. The Watergate scandal had left its mark on the presidency, and technology was beginning to hint at a digital future. Amidst all this, the bicentennial celebration offered a unifying moment of pride and reflection. The bicentennial quarters, distributed into the hands of millions, became everyday reminders of a nation's resilience and enduring ideals. Today, the coin's appeal endures, not just for its historical significance, but for the personal connections people have to it. Stories abound of grandparents passing down jars of bicentennial quarters to their grandchildren, of collectors recalling the excitement of opening a fresh roll from the bank and spotting a drummer boy reverse, or of casual hobbyists stumbling upon a pristine silver example in a flea market coin box. In the world of numismatics, few coins can claim the universal recognition and affection of the bicentennial quarter. It represents a rare instance where history, art, patriotism, and everyday commerce intersect in a small, circular object that fits neatly in the palm of your hand. Whether you're a dedicated coin collector, a history enthusiast, or simply someone who appreciates the stories hidden within ordinary things, the 1976 Bicentennial Quarter offers a compelling invitation to look a little closer at the change in your pocket. And who knows, perhaps the next time you check your spare coins, you'll find one of these special quarters glinting back at you, a small but meaningful reminder of 1776, of 1976, and of the enduring story of the United States. If this story inspired you, consider exploring more coins like it, sharing your find with others, and joining the vibrant community of people who celebrate history, art, and hidden treasures in the coins we so often take for granted.